Chuck's ex-girlfriends were enamored with his eggplant for one magical property. The guy loved it, and it pleased every woman he met in his life. But that lasted until the guy met Cam. Now his unique ability seemed like a curse to the guy. How Chuck dealt with his ability and what came out of it, you will learn in this retelling. It's movie recap zone. Enjoy the movie. It all starts in 1985 at a birthday party for Chuck and Britta's classmate. The students are playing Spin the Bottle. Chuck and his best friend Stu are discussing relationship behavior. Chuck has a crush on Britta. When Stu spins the bottle, the choice falls on Jennifer. The boy is happy to be able to have privacy with his classmate in the closet for a few minutes. The boys try to negotiate what went on between them in the closet and what they will tell their friends. Charlie falls out with Alicia. The classmate takes the opportunity to get to know the guy better and asks to see his eggplant. Alicia confesses that she has been in love with Chuck for a long time, which scares the boy. He tries to push her away and flies out of the closet. Alicia gets angry and in front of all her classmates tells Chuck that he will not be happy with any girl. Years later, the hero is grown up. He stands on the shore of the ocean with his girlfriend Carol. The couple wants to actively spend time on the beach. The girl pleases the guy with her skills. She wants to hear from Chuck a declaration of love, but he cannot say it, since for him these words are very meaningful. The girl leaves Chuck on the beach with a chipper buddy. The next day, Chuck and Stu meet on their way to work for coffee. The friend advises lying to girls about feelings. Stu has become a plastic surgeon and touches melons every day. Chuck works as a dentist. Reba's secretary rushes the hero. She doesn't like Dr. Kaminsky. The woman shows the plastic surgeon what nature has generously endowed her with. At the end of the week, friends meet at the wedding of Charlie's ex-girlfriend. Carol is also invited to the party, but seeing Chuck does not feel joy. The bride thanks the guests and offers to drink to Charlie, the man who brought her happiness. The hero does not understand why his ex singled him out among all those who came. The girls at the table look at each other. Suddenly, among the guests, Charlie sees Cam. She approaches spectacularly, knocking down the waiter, smashing cocktails. The hero rushes to the aid of the beauty. They begin to get acquainted. When Cam learns that the man works as a dentist, she shows her perfect teeth. Accidentally spilling hot wax on his pants, Cam tries to clean his pants and Chuck likes it. Also, Stu rushes to his friend's aid. The friend gets Cam away from the guys. As Chuck tries to scrub the wax off, his fiancée approaches him. The girl is worried that the guy still hasn't met his love. They see Chuck's ex-girlfriend making a new acquaintance. The host suggests the bride throw a bouquet to the unmarried girls. After the toss, the flowers are knocked over by a dove. The bouquet falls right into Carol's hands and the stunned pigeon onto the little girl's plate. The next day, Dr. Logan's office is filled with hotties. They all want to see Chuck. Even Reba has gotten into the spirit. The hero decides it's a joke. Heading to a friend's office, where Dr. Kaminsky is consulting a patient. Stu asks his friend to evaluate the result of his work. On his way to lunch, Chuck tells a friend about the strange interest women are showing in him. In the window of a bridal store, the guys see Carol. The girl is trying on a wedding dress. She comes out to say hello to them and tells them that Charlie really does give happiness. At home, the hero's answering machine has a lot of messages from unknown women who want to spend time with the guy. While Cam is feeding the penguins at the zoo, her brother brings her new buckets of fish. The heroine was unhappy with his slowness and smoking in the workplace. The guy did not take her words seriously, so Cam threw a fish at him. Joe caught her projectile and launched it back at his sister. Cam drove down to the edge of the ice slide with the buckets of fish, freezing at the very edge. From above, a penguin spotted the fish and came down the slide, knocking the girl to the ground. Cam knocked out a tooth. Chuck decided to go to dinner with a new acquaintance, but the girl moved to the case, barely got into the car. The hero did not expect such persistence from her. The girl confessed that she knew his secret. All the women who were close to Chuck found their love. Suddenly, their communication was interrupted by a phone call from Cam. Charlie had changed his plans and helped her with a broken tooth. Ridiculous accidents were happening in the office. Tools that were lying on it flew into the doctor's back. Chuck asked Cam out on a date, but the girl turned him down and left. She came back a few minutes later. The girl's car battery died. The doctor was helping her start the car and got electrocuted. Cam had left her car keys inside, so Charlie drove her home to get a spare. On the way, they get to know each other. Cam wants to turn on the heater, but she presses the button, blowing the roof off. The girl keeps getting into funny situations. In the parking lot, the heroine clamps her skirt with the door and remains in cute panties in front of a new friend. At home, Chuck had his secretary waiting for him. Reba tells her boss about the rumors about him among women. She offers Charlie to spend time alone. The guy refuses, but the woman jumps on top of him. The couple rolls on the floor and get to know each other better. Charlie tells his friend gossip about his eggplant. Stu convinces the hero to use his ability and please a lot of women. From this moment, the guy's life turns into a real attraction. He spends his time helping women to become happier. The hero does this everywhere. Some women want to get acquainted with Chuck closer and are ready to come to him for an appointment several times a day. The guy leads a very active lifestyle. His reputation is confirmed by numerous wedding invitations from satisfied women. Over time, Chuck gets tired of this lifestyle. He tells his friend that every girl who spends time with him is waiting for the next guy and does not notice Charlie himself at all. Stu believes that the friend exaggerates his problems. The guy tells the hero about spending an evening doing needlework using a grapefruit. When a program about penguins is shown on TV, Chuck remembers an old acquaintance. He deletes messages from the women and gets ready to meet Cam. Charlie sees a girl telling visitors about penguins. She is happy to see the doctor and goes over to say hello to him. Chuck tries to ask her out again. Joe comes out to meet Chuck. Cam's brother tells her that the girl has been talking a lot about the dentist. Chuck convinces the beauty to go to dinner with him as a friend. The heroine shows the guy a book of her idol, Howard Blaine. She is going to meet with the scientist at the conference. In the evening, the couple walks around the city. Cam tells the hero about penguins. Chuck, however, assures the girl that she is a good kisser because he has seen her mouth from the inside. Cam crashes into a pole and the hero bends over to comfort her. At the office, he shares with Stu his impressions of the meeting. The guy wants to touch the implant samples, but his friend asks him to put them back in the box. It turns out that Stu bought a prototype of Pamela Anderson's melons and is very proud of it. Chuck thinks Cam is the one and wants to live up to the girl's expectations. On the third date, he gives his girlfriend a Band-Aid as a gift. The heroine is curious why Chuck spread rumors about his magic eggplant, and the guy tells her the truth. When it comes down to it, Chuck procrastinates. The couple is making out on the couch when Stu calls. The hero wants to talk to his friend later because now there are more interesting prospects waiting for him. However, the guy dumbfounds him with the news that absolutely all the women who spent time with Chuck got married. Chuck runs away from his friend, citing an urgent call. The friend suggests testing the effects of the curse on Eleanor. Having gathered courage, Chuck invites the woman to have dinner with him for $1,000. Eleanor pounces on lobster and promises to show the guy her skills in the bedroom. After a date with a fat lady, the hero tries to forget about their meeting. At this time, Cam regrets that she tried to get closer to Chuck. Joe supports her sister. On the girl's phone comes a voice message from Chuck. The guy convinces his girlfriend that he is very sick. The couple continues their communication via video link. A week later, Charlie asks a friend to check the curse by communicating with Eleanor. Your characters chat on the phone while lying in the bathtub. Cam suggests taking their relationship to the next level. The girl suspects that Chuck is avoiding her because of those rumors about the magic eggplant. To make the guy understand the seriousness of the situation, she sends him her photo. On line 2, the hero gets a call from a friend. Stu has made a hole in a grapefruit and is heating it up in the microwave to indulge himself tonight. The guy claims that dinner with Eleanor went smoothly. Not having finished listening to his friend's story, Chuck hurries home to Cam. The couple actively spends time, destroying everything on the way to the bedroom. The girl's room is filled with toy penguins, but the hero notices only a video camera near the bed. In the morning, Chuck admires the heroine. When he goes to make coffee, the TV shows Eleanor with her fiancé. Chuck calls his friend to confront him about his lies. Turns out Stu didn't even have dinner with that girl last night. The hero is terrified at the prospect of losing Cam to the curse. The hero decides to be as caring as possible, but his behavior seems odd. The girl asks Charlie to slow down. At work, Stu pretends to be Dr. Logan to enjoy talking to a blonde. The hero hits Cam's friend with a penguin. Charlie falls into the pool while trying to talk to his sweetheart. The girl decides to end her connection with the guy. Chuck is sad outside his office. Reba does everything possible to cheer him up. The hero suddenly remembers Elisha's curse. Although Stu tried to relieve stress at home, her friend asked her to go to an old acquaintance's house. At the dolphinarium, Cam is worried about her breakup with Chuck. Her brother believes that the girl rushed the breakup of the relationship. Chuck believes that he must fulfill his classmate's wish for the curse to go away. He shows her his eggplant. Elisha explains to the hero that the curse doesn't exist. Charlie tries to come to terms with reality. He arranges for his friend to meet her idol. The hero watches Cam and Howard having fun discussing penguins. Stu is about to marry Laura. He asks his fiancée for news about Cam and to show Chuck her specialness. The hero tries to realize that his beloved is going to Antarctica. Chuck buys tickets for both flights to Antarctica to find the girl. He finds Cam and confesses that he loves her. The girl informs her friend that she will be back soon and Howard has gotten married. Chuck hands the girl a velvet box and heads to the plane. The girl finds a pebble in the box. Cam is impressed by the gesture. To agree to his proposal, she catches up with him. Alicia finds a box of Chuck dolls in the closet and pulls a needle out of it. A year later, the couple is admiring the northern lights with the penguins. When Chuck kisses Cam, their tongues stick together. That was the 2007 movie Good Luck, Chuck. Do you believe in curses? What would you do if you were Chuck? Rate this retelling in the comments.